Hey everyone, welcome to a special episode of Indie Mogul. Recently, I got the chance to talk with Kim, Evey, and Felicia Day. Among other things, Felicia is the writer, creator, and star of The Guild, as well as recently starring in Joss Whedon's Dr. Horrible sing-along blog. Kim is the producer, creator, and star of Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show, a producer on The Guild, and much, much more. Here's my conversation with these two DIY filmmaking warriors.
Help me, Felicia and Kim. You're my only hope.
Oh my god, Erik, we could just do a regular iChat, you know?
No, it's gotta be holo chat or nothing.
Look, I think I've got it.
Whoa! Ha! Check it out. I'm a hologram. Awesome, right? Fine, let's do the interview. So how has the fan base for The Guild grown since Felicia did Dr. Horrible?
Oh yeah, it's become, I think, exponentially larger as far as just getting new people to watch the show. You know, the Joss Whedon fans, I think that a lot of them did add to The Guild because I was on Buffy. But, you know, there were a lot of them who weren't familiar with Buffy. Just introducing them to the show has been an amazing experience because even though they might not necessarily be gamers, they really enjoy it because it's kind of geek humor, you know?
You've each worked on everything from big budget projects to micro budget web series. What have you guys learned?
You know, you go onto a big movie set and there are like 80 people there. And you're thinking, God, what are all these people doing here?
Yeah, and it seems like half of them are just sitting around and you're like, what's your job? Why are you know?
Why are movies so slow? What's going on?
But, you know, literally it's like, okay, when it needs to be done, then there's somebody there to do it. And with us, it's literally like, Felicia's sprinting across the floor to like move stuff out of the shot. You know?
Or free cycle, like, we need some broken electronics. I'm going to El Segundo at 4 a.m. Get some broken VCRs in the back of the car.
Stealing potted plants from television sets.
Yeah, calling my series regular friends, hey, you guys have a ficus? So, I mean, I guess it's just the cool thing about it and the bad thing about it is that at the end of the day, it's all about the web creator. And it all will come down to you learning how to do something. So it is about cobbling together an amalgam of skills and not doing anything perfectly, but doing everything competently enough to get whatever you need done.
What was it like working on Dr. Horrible?
Dr. Horrible was kind of a weird amalgam. Like, there were a lot of, everybody was a professional, like, on the crew, who had worked with Joss before, and nobody got paid on the shoot like that. You know, all the money that's, I guess, getting through iTunes and all the advertising rev is just to pay back, the crew. So it definitely wasn't like The Guild where we have 4 crew members and, my friends doing craft service. But it felt like kind of a hybrid. There was more of an indie feeling on the set of Dr. Horrible where, hey, we're all together and we're creating something and, it was just kind of infectious, enthusiasm, I think, on the set that wouldn't be found on a normal, TV show.
So what's coming up next for The Guild?
We got the season 1 DVD that we just are releasing, which had been quite the learning curve. Let me just tell you, talking about specialized skills.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh gosh, putting a DVD together is it's a whole hot mess. We added lots of extras and we tried to make it worth your while. We have subtitling and commentary tracks and interviews and lots of videos and, it's cool. Yeah. But quite the effort.
Kim, what's coming up for Gorgeous Tiny?
Well, we moved to a new space. We used to shoot it in the back of my garage, which is literally, I think, 9 feet wide. So we gained 3 feet in our new space, but we're shooting HD, so it just looks really, really great. My production designer, Kogo Saito, was able to rebuild the set from scratch, and we got a bunch of students from Alhambra High School to come in and do it. And it looks fantastic, and so now there are a bunch of pieces on the set that are functional. It's more of the same with a couple of really out-of-the-box episodes, and we've added an element called the random room, which is when you go into the random room, it's like the random holodeck, so you go in and you never know what's going to be in there. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Any inside scoop on the Dr. Horrible DVD?
There's a crazy amount of extras that he has planned for that. Like, every time I hear something else, we're going to put that on it? I really think that having somebody of Joss's stature, doing something for the web, totally independent, totally no PR people, no nothing, is going to really, increase the visibility and the respect for web content producers, because in Hollywood, people could give a flying fish for, a really successful web series. And I think, his doing a unique and like out of the box, project like this is really going to help all of us who are in the trenches.
Well, thank you both so much for taking the time to holo chat with me. If you guys need any special effects help in season 2 of the Guild,
watch what you offer, young man.
Yeah. People offer things, I'm like, I'll take you up on that.
Yeah.
We will take you up on that.
it would be my honor. But until that day, be well, Felicia and Kim. Am I still here? I'm.
Why haven't you upgraded to Vista yet?
Just the bad things I've heard about it.
Today, I'm going to show you Windows Mojave.
Well, that looked pretty simple. I'm actually blown away. I'm thinking I'd like to have this.
Actually, this is Vista.
Really?